And welcome back to our Gen Con coverage. I'm here with Ben Loomes of Syrinscape. So tell me, what's Syrinscape about?
Syrinscape is a beautiful, easy-to-use app that creates amazing immersive sound effects and music for tabletop games.
Very cool. Now, I act like I didn't know. I downloaded it last night. So, and it's so amazing of the stuff that you, of the sounds that you can use during your game. RPG games. What other games do they use it for?
Fantasy or sci-fi. Say you're playing a fantasy game, you can just bring up the medieval town sound set, just touch busy market day, and you've got the sounds of people buying stuff, chatting, maybe some dogs woof every now and then, maybe after 5 minutes randomly a cart might go past, or the church bells might ring. All that will just sort of go and go and go, and all naturally, all randomly activated, not all together, so you can turn the church bells off. You can turn a bard on, you can make the bard louder or softer or whatever you want to do. And then you just reach subtly over while the play is going on and you bring up Red Dragon, City Raid. And then at an opportune moment when the player is least expected, you just touch Dragon Attack. You say, roll for initiative, suckers. There's a massive scream, an explosion, dramatic music starts, and all hell breaks loose as you flambe your players. Not your players, obviously, your PCs.
This is awesome because over the years, as a young role player, I've gone through, done the CD thing, done the whole laptop, but it's really clunky because you I gotta find the file, gotta do this, and it's all right there, and there's nothing that you have to like pre-mix. It's already in there, and then you can do it real time.
That's right. Yeah. I made Syrinscape just for me personally, actually, and it's amazing that other people are using it, which is really cool. But there were two things that I really needed out of what I was doing with audio. One is the ease of use. You know, I was just finding that I was digging through playlists and trying to queue up the right thing and playing the wrong thing and making them really suspicious of the Naboo ambassador because I played Darth Vader's theme, and why did I do that? And, you know, we're playing a social game, so the attention of the person running the game needs to be on the players. We, as game masters, we're already running on overload, trying to take into account making sure everyone's having fun, having all the stats on call. So Syrinscape needs to be really easy to use. Needs to be just a couple of touches, and you're into the place you like. The other thing for me is that non-repetitive nature. So there's actually some really good sound design out there. There's a couple of websites you can go to. You can click on Medieval Town, and you get a 15-minute loop recording that sounds great. But after you've heard that loop for the kind of the seventh
you want to hear something different,
exactly at 2 minutes 26, you hear the dog wolf, and then the hawker calls out selling the bagels. Actually, you're taken out of immersion because the players all start to recognize that sound. They realize they're listening to the recording, and there it goes. They're distracted from the game. What you can do with Syrinscape is run it, and it will never repeat itself because every single element of the sound design is completely independent and randomized in surround sound.
Wow, I mean that allows you to just go through and just like kind of take your hands off and just let it happen.
That's right.
And you'll be able to immerse yourself into the game a lot better. So.
It helps players to stay focused on the game, especially during battles. There are certain natural, visceral reactions to, you know, danger cues that cause the fight and flight instinct in humans. So when there's a big growly thing, even bigger than a lion growling, there's nothing the human body can do but alert that response and stay focused, stay heightened. So drifting off, you know, onto your iPhone or whatever is never an option anymore when Syrinscape's running. Plus, if you do notice your players starting to drift off, just set off a fire trap or something, and that gets them back on the table immediately.
So, what does the interface look like?
It looks like that.
It looks like that?
As simple as possible. We worked really hard to make it look really pretty, really easy to use. Just single touches to bring up the different types of modes. So within that medieval town, there's the setting up for morning trade, which you can just touch. And things are quieter and there's less going on. You've got busy market day, you touch that. It's the bard stay off as a preset where there's no bard. You can actually go over to the storm sound set, which is a separate bit of content, turn on a bit of rain and some distant thunder, and you have it raining in your medieval town. You save that as a preset to use later, and it's just that single touch to get that going as well.
Right. So I know we talked about this before, before we did this interview, because I'm going to let it out. I did this interview before, but zero sound. But
so sad.
It was really good,
if
too.
If you don't have sound, you don't have anything, really.
I know. So I was like, can we do this again? And he was very gracious and did do it again.
Happy to.
Now, I see some like fire spells on there.
Yeah, that's right. One thing we've brought out, which is really super exciting, just in the last month, literally, is PC sound sets. So now Sirenscape is not only just for the game master, but also the players. So that you've got an option now with your wizard. You can sit there, it comes around to your turn, you can say, I cast Fireball, and it goes sort of woomph, or something like that. But now instead, you can actually just bring up your wizard PC set, and just touch Fireball. And there's an enormous whooshing sound, a boom, and a crackle. Which I won't try and attempt with my own mouth because it sounds so much more awesome in Syrinscape. And the players know what spell you've just cast. Just announce the damage because it's clear you've created mayhem.
Yeah. And you can intensify that and bring it back
You can
because
control the
like
volume,
what if
yeah.
you roll like a critical hit 20 or something?
That's
Natural
right.
20.
You can usually on most of the effects in Sirenscape you can hit them multiple times and you get multiple versions of that.
That's really
thing
easy.
layered. So say the explosion sound from the goblins in the goblin raid, which is total chaos, you can just touch it once, you get one explosion. If you just spam on that like 3 or 4 times, then you get this big multi-layered sort of hideous
wow.
And then you hit the Wilhelm scream, ah! And then everyone knows something really bad's happened.
You've kind of like thought of everything with this.
Yeah.
So I hear a lot of stuff happening in the background. What's that all about?
We're collecting a Gen Con sound set today, which has been super, super fun over the whole show. People have been bringing the sound of Gen Con. Everything from kidneys, 3 for $1, never know when you might need a new kidney. And a little kid came by and whined with just the most genius whine. She was like, Mom, can I have an ice cream? Can I have an ice cream, Mom? Can I have an ice cream? And I can see her mum sort of withering, going, wow, you experienced this all day. And then, so you'll be able to play the sound of Gen Con in Sirenscape. But then, not just normal Gen Con, because then monsters and zombies and a massive dragon are going to attack Gen Con. So I've got sounds of geeks running, clutching their stuff that they've got, and people screaming in horror and all sorts of really
yes,
stuff.
I've heard it all weekend. It's great.
We've had so much fun. I'm going to have so much amazing content to listen through to.
Very cool. So how does someone get Syrinscape?
Okay, Sirenscape, Syrinscape.com. Go there. You can even type it into Google and misspell it. You can download the app for free to try it out. You don't even have to register. If you do register, you can use our special Gen Con voucher code, which for your listeners is free stuff. Very
free
complicated
stuff.
one. Yeah. Find the voucher link on the front page and type that in. That'll get you even more free stuff within the app. And then have a listen to it. It works on iPhone and iPad and Android phones and Androids and PC and Mac. All the things.
You got everything covered.
That's right. And then you can buy content individually or subscribe and unlock absolutely everything in one go.
Very nice, very nice. Well, wow. I really, I know we're going to contribute a little bit to over here and do something. I know, I think Colleen's already done that. But thanks a lot, Ben.
It's a pleasure. Great to talk to you.
I'm Vince.
Again.
Again, this is Ben. Yes. Geek out.